Fall is in the air. It's time for a chili. So we're going to make a chili today. Chilies aren't hard to make. It takes a little time if you want to simmer them a while, but you don't have to cook them all day long if you do it right. We're going to make a turkey chili. Wife says I'm eating way too much fat, so we're going to make it out of turkey. We're going to use today our Tipsy's Best chili powder, a little seasoned salt, and our bacon ketchup made with bourbon. You can find all these ingredients and the recipe on tipsyfoods.com. So the first thing we're going to want to do is take and soften up the onions a little bit. We've got 2 onions chopped. Put a little olive oil in the pan just so they don't stick. Take our chopped onions, we put it in there, and all you want them to do is get tender, okay? All you're going to want to do. And while that's cooking, we're going to take the chili pot. When I make a chili, I make a good sized chili. We're going to put it on the other burner, and in that, we're going to put 2 30-ounce cans of crushed tomatoes. Okay. We're going to put 2 cloves of garlic minced. The heat on this is just low enough to get it warmed up a little bit. Stir our onions here. You'll see the onions begin to get a little bit translucent when they start cooking. While that's going, we'll take our seasoned salt and just put a dash of seasoned salt in it. About what you think, right? Doesn't take a lot. And we want to put a bottle of our bacon ketchup. Whole bottle. Dump it in there. Okay. These onions are softening up nicely. Stir all this other pot and everything in it up. It's heating up a little bit. You want to bring it to a light boil. Okay, the onions are tendered up. So take them now and put them in the chili pot. If you're dealing with cast iron, make sure you got a good mitt so it gets hot. Put it back on the eye. Now we're going to brown. We got 2 pounds of ground turkey. All we want to do is brown it. So you chop it up real good so that it breaks out there. Keep stirring the pot. As well as that, we want to add 2 16-ounce cans of red kidney beans. Stir that good. Let it heat up. Now we're constantly browning the turkey up here. You notice I didn't put any olive oil in before I browned the turkey. You're going to get enough juices cooking out of that turkey to keep it from sticking. Add any more oil to it, it's just something else you got to pour off. It's not as bad as beef though. I prefer the taste of beef, but this is supposedly better for you. Not so much for the turkey. You can do this in your house. You can do it on top of the stove. It doesn't have to be done outside. I do most of my cooking out here simply because the wife gets tired of me making a mess all the time. Almost brown. I want to get all that pink out of there. This pot over here is bubbling lightly. Get all the juices cooking out of that turkey. That's going to make a good chili. We're going to sift that off here in a moment. Okay. Put that eye down. What I want to do now is take the turkey meat out of the skillet. I'm going to strain it with this, so we can leave the juices in there. Don't want all those fats in here. Put it in the pot with the chili. The good thing about chili, you can put it in a good freezer container and freeze it. Or you come home from work, don't feel like cooking dinner, just heat a little up, you got a meal ready to go. Freezes real good though. That's an experience. Okay, now I'm going to swap these pots around so that the overhead cam can see what we're doing. That one over here, grab another hot pad. This one off. This one here, and this one can go completely off now. Now, almost ready to go with it. We need 2 tablespoons of our Titsy's Best chili powder. Sprinkle that right on the meat that we just put in there. And you just take your spoon and stir it up real good. You want to make sure it comes to a light boil, not a heavy boil. You don't want it to stick. Stir all the way from the bottom. Now this is going to cook down. But what I like to do now, plenty of moisture in there now, but it's going to cook down while it's cooking. So I'm going to add a good dash of water to it. About a cup and a half. Give it a little more liquid to work with. Then we're going to turn the fire down to low. We're going to put the lid on it. And we're going to let it sit there and simmer for about an hour. Now, come out. You want to stir it don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pot. So you want to come out and stir it often and check it. If you need to add a little more water to keep your consistency, then that's fine. And just stir it. We're going to let it simmer for about an hour. Then she should be ready to go. Okay, we've been simmering the chili for about an hour. Let's see how she turned out. Oh, look at that. That's ready to go. There's only one thing this needs, and that's eating. Look at that nice thick chili. Put it in our bowl. Now, this is something we like to do. Take a little shredded cheddar cheese, sprinkle a little on top. Bon appetit.